So today we're going to be taking a look at and installing this indoor dual camera from Eufy. Now, full disclosure, this is part of a partnership. I don't let that affect the review. Now, it has two different lenses, 4K, and it can move 360 degrees, controllable from your phone. So I'm going to set it up today and kind of show you how we set it up and walk you through that whole process basically. But it's a decent sized camera and it has not that much weight to it. It's pretty light, but it can also be mounted on a roof if you wanted, or mounted on a wall, however you want. But here we can see that 360 degree movement, plus that pan and tilt with the dual camera. Now here are one of the mount brackets. So if you do want to mount it on a wall, you can add that on, but it does have little rubber pads, so you can just leave it directly on the ground. And otherwise, the only thing it comes with is some screws and then a nice long power cable, which is what we're going to plug it in with. Now I'm going to use this over by my cat's feeding dish and in my kitchen to make sure that they're getting food while I'm out of town because I have an automatic feeder. So let's see how it works for that. Okay, so we're going to start by plugging the camera in right here, just like so. So you can see that indication light is on, and I want to leave it right by the table, kind of right here. I'll let the camera see it. That way I can rotate, so let me show you, either to their food dish over there or to my other cat's food dish here, just to make sure everything's good. And I think this angle should be perfectly fine. Now let's go through the setup process. So you're going to need the Eufy security app and press that plus button to add a new device. And we're looking at wired cameras right here. Now you're going to see the indoor cam S350. We're going to click on that. You're going to add it to your home. I've already have a camera attached. And then I'm going to add mine to my home base because I do have a home base already, which means it'll just store all the content directly on there. So we're going to press that yes button. We're going to press continue. It's plugged in. And now we have to scan the QR code that's on the bottom or on the manual. So there we go. And now you want to pull down that sync button until you hear a beep. It's right there. We can see it. Let's hold that down. Okay, we heard a beep, and we are going to put it down. And now we're going to press that next button, and now it's going to connect to the camera. Now you have to make sure to connect it to your Wi-Fi network.
Connecting to the Wi-Fi network.
And you can hear it's connecting right now. Okay, setup was successful. We're going to press next. This is going to be in the kitchen, basically, dining room, whatever. And we're going to select most efficient, microphone and recording, yes. No SD card, enable cloud storage. We're going to skip that for now, and we can do a quick update for it. Okay, so the camera is done and it's now calibrating really quick, so we can see it moving around there in my kitchen. And I'm going to show you how we can control it. You can see we can set up a preset position. So I'm actually going to set mine up preset on their food bowl right here. I think I want it a little bit more on the edge, and I'm going to set that as our preset right there. I'm going to press that set button. Okay, and then the other preset, I want it to go to my other cat's bowl right there. And we're going to set that as our preset. But we're going to stick with preset 1 here. So you can see it will automatically move back to preset 1. We're going to press that next button. So now you can see I have this camera in my kitchen. I can click on it. I can pan and tilt it just by pressing right here and moving it around as I want. Easily controllable. There's a sound, there's a playback, there's a record. There's a 3x zoom as well, so you can see that option right there. But we can also go to the settings option where it has motion detection options where it can detect pets, which I'm going to activate. It can detect motion, all other motion. We can set the sensitivity, activity zones. So this is where you can create areas where you want it to activate. So in this case, maybe I want it to, let's go here. Got to add that plus button, and this zone here will be an activation area where it will only activate when something comes into that zone. And we can click and drag this. We just got to be careful here. We can click and drag it. There we go. So you can see we can click and drag it and create bigger activity zones with these little points. You just don't need stubby fingers to do it. Now, other than that, there is pan and tilt options, angle settings, and sound detection that we can play around with. But this is an all-in-one camera. It's a great set by Eufy and one of the best indoor cameras you're going to find.